Be me. 19-year-old collegiafag. Weirdo in high school, but 6'0" and Asian so still popular. No urge to be close to anyone except to help them with projects for money. Quiet first weeks of freshman year. QT 3.14 in physics class starts talking to me out of nowhere, asking about homework and my progress on my studies. I call her Lauren. Shoulder-length brown hair, green eyes, button nose, wears miniskirts in winter. What.jpg. Naturally grow closer together. She pops out of nowhere to show me her family pictures, talk about her job, hobbies etc. I do the same. Find out she's one of our school's best basketball players, despite being barely 5'9". She invites me to her first game of the season. I go to the game. Only guy in the crowd, aside from some dads. Recognize her dad sitting next to me. Spurg out and introduce myself. Excuse me sir, are you Mr. Anon? I'm a friend of your daughter haha. Basic normie intro, nervous. Gets surprised, but kind response. The next day. Lauren comes into class late. Sits in front of me, silence for the rest of the day. What.exe? I assume that the game must have been pretty tough, give her space. Months pass. Posted something like this to another thread earlier, but be me, 18 yo, 2018. Come here and read the posts about 30 yo virgins. Laugh and say I will never get to that point. October 2021 KHV. Make posts here how I'll never get a GF. Legitimately think I'll never succeed romantically, I'm a professionally diagnosed autist. Have spent pretty much every waking moment since I graduated uni playing video games. Most of my friends lost virginity years ago, the remaining virgin friends lost their virginity during uni. Feel bad about it, but don't show it. November 2021 meet a woman and go on date for first time ever. Date was meant to last 2 hours. Lasts 26 hours. I'm no longer KHV. My friends hear about it and are excited plus proud, more so than when other friends did. At first did my best, but partly failed to suppress autistic tendencies, but then decided to commit to them as I realized I wouldn't be able to mask forever, and if she ghosted me, it'd just be a case of not prolonging. The inevitable. Turns out she finds my autistic tendencies endearing. Since then have met my GF's friends and family, all of whom love me, and apparently can't stop gushing about me when I'm not there. GF has a friend that generally isn't a fan of most men and is very overprotective of my GF, that friend loves me. GF says she's had disavowed marriage but changed her mind after meeting me. Other parts of life are significantly improving too. Did a few interviews for some mega jobs, consultancy, aced them, now have a good job lined up with strong career path, expected to be in the top 7% of earners in 3 years. Other friends applying for the same jobs have been through over 100 interviews with no success. Parents and family proud of me and constantly praise my achievements over the Christmas holiday. Have tried many more things I'd never have tried before, I'm now going out the house a lot, no longer a shut-in, and I love it. Finding a GF has legitimately turned my life around. Jib some women perspective. Be me, M21. Girl I've known for some time messages me repeatedly. She wants to meet. Go to date in her city, have to commute at least 1 hour to reach her. Walk around town, talk, have a snack. Go to her place, talk about stuff. Go back to train station, I give her a wholesome hug and say goodbye, then I leave. Later on she messages me and wants to meet at a restaurant on a Friday evening. I agree, but I also ask if she is available on a different day during earlier time of day. She isn't available during earlier times. Wanted to visit her by train, like before, and from midnight on there are no more trains going. I message her about my concerns. She asks if I could maybe stay at a friend's place. I respond and say that it's rude to appear that late at a friend's place just for sleeping there. She then tells me that, if nothing else is possible for me, I could stay at her place. I ask her if I could sleep at her place. She ghosts me. Only answered me after I've written an angry text to her. I would have been fine with her decision if she declined. I tell her to just message me if she wants to meet again. She responds with sure. This is the last thing I've heard from her since, happened 2 years ago. I don't really care about it in retrospect. I wasn't even sure if I was attracted to her at some point, but I was kind of angry about it initially. Be me. Pretty intelligent but poor work ethic. Did poorly in high school. Go to community college for a year. Flunk out. Start working at gas station. Work my way into management over a 5-year span. Burn my bridges and quit gas station. Work for shitty family business for a year. Business goes under. Start working at Walmart unloading trucks. Work all weekends and evenings. Hate it. Realistically, what is my best option to get a good, cushy, Monday-Friday day shift office job? I know I'm likely going to have to put myself through college and actually obtain a degree this time around, but what should I major in? I don't necessarily care about being a high earner. Obviously more money can never hurt, but I've always been pretty frugal, so I'd be happy as long as I could comfortably pay my bills and have just a little bit extra to spend. Story time, I guess. Be me in high school. Fucking loser and fat beta idiot. Have immense crush on girl. Girl is like 9/10 Stacy who pretends to be actually friends with me. In second to final year, I hear from my other friends, yes I had, and still have actual friends you fucking losers, that said Stacy talks the biggest amount crap about me behind my back to them. My actual friends tell me immediately, thank God. Experience worst emotions I have ever felt in my life. Decide to not be a fucking coward anymore and directly talk to this bitch. Tell her how she hurt me, and that I am aware nothing will ever come of us, and she was a huge asshole, didn't tell her I had a crush on her, because I was still a fucking pussy. She seems sincerely sorry, apparently no dude had ever talked back to her for being a shitty person, go figure. Decide to try, and forgive her but distance myself. Works out decently. This was a few years ago BTW. Lamau hate fueled by being a fatso. Be me in high school. Already depressed. Hearing starts decreasing drastically. Just having normal conversations is becoming increasingly difficult and sometimes impossible. Have to ask people to repeat themselves multiple times because I can't fucking hear them until they get so annoyed that they just go never mind and stop talking to me. Get nicknames because of this shit. My fucking crush is talking to me, and I can't hear WTF she's saying. She inevitably gets annoyed too, and just gives up and leaves. It becomes a problem in class too because I can't hear WTF the teacher is saying. This shit is having a serious negative impact on my life. Turns out later that my hearing is fine. It was just ADHD all along, and its symptoms just got more severe because of depression. How come everyone I know just thinks ADHD is oh you're just a little hyper? Nobody seems to realize how fucking bad it can get and in how many ways it can ruin your life. The meds are also fucking hell and have serious side effects that have a noticeable effect on how I experience life. Can't even get a fucking boner if I pop those fuckers. Everyone in the world expects me to just try way harder than they have to and to drug myself to shit, but you know what? I don't fucking want to. I'm sick of hard mode, I never fucking asked for this shit. Genuine question, and I want answers from your own experiences. Are mid-20s too old to grind your passions and hobbies, still have fun, and make something respectable out of yourself? Be me. 25. Had big interest in music growing up. Between junior-senior year and HS sophomore college, I grew out of love with it. Developed major self-esteem issues, anxieties, like 90% of everyone here, no drive to accomplish anything. Literally would go home and do literally nothing. Half-ass a lot of endeavors, but never follow through. Dropped out, moved back with parents. Scarce social life, no efforts to go out except for work, ghost a lot of friends' relationships. Been like that for 4 to 5 years. After a lot of self-reflection, the anxieties and self-esteem issues have mostly faded. Still no real social life, but I make efforts here and there to hang with friends, even took up casually playing music again. Though I still feel I'm lacking the next step, which is full dedication to a craft and life itself. Have any of you had zero direction, buckled up later in life and honed that direction, and has it been fulfilling? Do these voices of pointlessness cease? Or do they get quieter? Be me. 0 o'clock. Decide I want to go to sleep. Go to bed. Start thinking about all this nice ideas of my future and what I will do tomorrow. Still don't sleep. Check phone. 3 a.m. FUCKKK. I swear to God it's either these kind of scenarios or the opposite, where I go to sleep in 30 minutes but still wake up the first time at 9 a.m. for my clock only to shut the clock down and go to sleep again until 12 a.m. I wanna fucking live my day. I don't wanna wake up at 12 a.m. all the time. Be me. Starts to date a girl with blue hair and mommy issues. Falls deeply in love with the girl. The girl ghosts me and start to pretend we never met, even after I told her my feeling. Now I can't have any relationship because I'm still in love with the girl. And I unconsciously ruin every relation because the girl really broke my heart so hard that I can feel nothing for anyone anymore. I eventually start to ghost the girl or starts to being a dick, so she stops talking to me. What do I do? Am I just being a pussy, or does anyone else have their heart broken so deep that you started to ruin every relationship after?